Hi, I'm Sherry, and I am here to do an unboxing because I have lots of inventory in my home that I need to start getting listed. And I thought, well, why not share it with you? So I have everything sorted. Well, I've been sorting stuff out, putting it in boxes, but so this is no surprise to me, but a mystery to you. And if you have any idea about any of these items as to what they are, who the maker is, or anything like that, share in the comments down below. I'm home recovering from surgery, stomach surgery, so I thought, well, what better time to start going through this stuff than right now? So I do have some things listed on eBay already, but now it's a matter of listing what I've got in my home before I buy any more because Lord knows it's starting to look like a hoarder's den. I don't want to be one of those who collects and collects and collects and then doesn't list. So anyway, the first item I have is a glass. Now do note everything in these boxes is a little dusty. It may need washing. This glass does not have any marks on it that I can see to indicate who the maker is, but it is pretty. Now I do have white paper here so I can show it better. So see, it does have like colored vegetable or fruits, I mean, and leaves, grape pattern, and it has ridges. There's no scratches or dents or any damage, but surprisingly, it matches this platter that I have. See this platter? It's huge, but look at the. I'm gonna put the paper. It's not gonna look quite right behind, but look at the beautiful colors in those fruits and leaves. It's not exactly the same, but very one reminded me of the other, even if they're not the same maker, because I'm sure this is made by a different company. The gold edging is got a few scuff marks in it, but again, no chips or cracks. And this platter is kind of heavy. I thought, well, you could use it this way with the fruit up, and you could put like a little dish here. Or you could use it as a cake stand the other way because it's pretty flat. It's a little indented right here in the middle. I'm not sure if it came with other pieces or not, but as you can see, it is fairly large. Like I would say 12 to 14 inches maybe. Maybe. I don't know. I don't have my ruler right here. It's in the other room. But anyway, I just thought I'd show that plate with that because they are very similar. And if you do like uh, fruit patterns, then with clear glass, that's awesome. I mean, I've not seen fruit patterns. Usually they're carnival glass and they're all fully colored, but these ones are just the fruit that's colored. By the way, if you do see anything on here that you would like, then simply send me an email. My information will be in the description below, and I will be able to send me an offer, and I'll be able to review it or go over. I still have to do some research on these. This next item here is an Avon decanter with the bowl. It's a gorgeous cranberry, dark cranberry red color, and as you can see, it's pretty old. I don't remember the year that they made these. This one just says Avon 13 on it, and this one just says Avon on it. It's funny, the Avon on this one's backwards. Anyway, so that's this sorry for the noise. That's the decanter, and they are beautiful. I mean, I love this. And so that's that. Now, this here is a bisque piece. Has not been painted. It has been, feels like it's probably got one coat of primer or white on it, but so it does, I guess it has been treated. It's not complete bisque. It's got, as you can see the color difference where the paint is. So it's copyright Lakeland Molds 1989, and it's got a little drawer in it. So I guess if you have a prayer, you can put it in the drawer and tuck it inside. You can paint it any way you want because it has not been, there's no finishing glaze on it. And okay, now these ones here, when I saw them, a lot of the stuff I got in auction lots. So you just see the pictures online. And when I saw these, I was thinking salt and pepper shakers this big, you know. I've seen this particular design in a smaller salt and pepper shaker before. Now, like I said, they are a little dusty. This has got crazing on the salt on the glaze. There's no chips or cracks. There's pit marks in the bottom, but that's from the mold stands in the kiln. And then this one here, doesn't appear to be any crazing on here. So the crazing's probably from the salt, I'm assuming. Anyway, the browns on them are, well, no, they're pretty close. The pepper might be a little bit darker. Okay, so remember I said about this big, salt and pepper. So if you're looking for salt and pepper shakers and you use it a lot, they have 3 holes on the pepper, 5 holes on the salt, but look at the size. And they do have their stoppers. They're plastic stoppers, but they are there. And yeah, so these are salt and pepper shakers. Like I said, when I saw them in the auction picture, I thought they were this big, or maybe that big. Okay, so this item here is like your condiment dish. It's pressed aluminum lids, and feels like a wire stage. And I've seen this pattern before, although I don't know what it is. I do know it's from the 1970s because I remember seeing it when I was a kid. And if you see there, and it's got no spoons, but I don't even know that it ever came with spoons. I don't recall ours ever having separate spoons when I was a kid, but they're like these glasses here. There is no chips or cracks. There is the letter D on the bottom of the glass, and the might be a little bit of scuffing on the top of that, barely noticeable, where somebody might have scrubbed it a little too hard. And there's like maybe some minor scuffings in the top. This here has no letter on the bottom. So the one has a D on it, but this one has no letter on the bottom. Does that come off? No, that's just dirt. Okay, and no scratches or dents or cracks. And then this is the stand. I'm looking for any markings on it, but I don't see any. There's no markings on here anywhere. So that goes together very cleanly. The glasses have weight in the bottom, but you see how they fit quite neatly in the little bases. They don't jiggle or shift. Well, the lids jiggle a little bit. That's okay. So that's the condiment stand. Oh, and the pattern on the top, it's a rose. Both of them. Roses. Aren't they beautiful? Sorry for the clanking. Let me see, what else have I got in here? World's Greatest Teacher. It's still got the tag on it. It's like a little letter holder. It's Masters of Learning is the company. Without a doubt, one of the most rewarding careers we can pursue as a professional is perhaps one of the most overlooked in terms of respect and recognition. Van Mark, with this exquisite limited edition collection of intricately handcrafted figurines, pays a well-deserved and long overdue tribute to the proud profession of teaching and life as an academic. And Van Mark is the company here, Van Mark, Ontario. I don't even know if that company still exists here in Canada. Yeah, by the way, I'm in Ontario, Canada. And see, it's got a little, the leaf has got no chips or cracks, no damage anywhere. Oh, this little elastic is kind of hooked onto it, but you see, other than that, there's nothing. And the stem is in perfect shape as well. So these were just looped on there so the tag doesn't fall off. Let me get that back on there. Yep. Here we go. Okay, so that's the teacher, and there's no markings on the bottom. Okay, now this little bank is a dime bank. I think, because the hole in the bottom is not big enough to take much more than a dime out of it. It is a piggy bank. It is a Dutch designed piggy bank. It is gorgeous. Look at his cute little face. And it's got a good size slot on the top. Again, probably you could probably fit bigger than a dime in there, but you see the hole in the bottom with its stopper? It's not much bigger than a dime. And there's no markings on it anywhere. There's a little bit of a scuff right there on the bottom, but everywhere else, there's a little scuff right there on his nose. But that was. It doesn't feel like it. Well, maybe it came after the paint. Yeah, maybe. So there's a little bit of a scuff right there in his nose, but it's, we all have our scars, right? And his little tail on the back, and there's a little bit of sticker residue, it looks like. But he's painted very well. There's no indication of who painted him. This here, I'm looking for paint marks. This here, the designs on the side look more like transfer wear, the windmills, but the rest of it is painted. So that is the little piggy. He's cute. This here is a hanging ball. It has an extra plastic string on it, I guess, so you can go for length. But look at how pretty that is. It's a glass ball. Let's see if I can see. And it is about four inches in diameter, maybe 6. I don't know. Like I said, I'd have to measure it, but it's 4 to 6 inches in diameter. Let's make room here. So, okay, and then look at this. This is gorgeous. It's got little tiny. Look at the little. I'm gonna put the white behind it so you can see it better. The little tiny birds in the bottom, and it's all intricately done. Get it with so you can see it with the light. Isn't the detail fabulous in there on both sides? You can put it so it can be seen from both sides, and it's a little Asian carved. I think it's bamboo. Is it bamboo that they carve these out of? I don't remember. Anyway, but this is gorgeous. It has no scratches, no scuffing that I can see anywhere. The glass is in perfect shape. It's beautiful. So I'll just carefully set that behind the camera. Sorry for the bump. Okay. Now we have this little puppet. It's a pendulum figurine. Has some little bit of scuffing on the paint, but it could be easily touched up for those who enjoy bunnies. Isn't he cute, sleeping in the little basket? So you see that there's scuffing right there, and a little bit of scuffing right here. It's like something might have scraped along at some point. There's a little scuffing on top of his head. But if you took a little bit of watercolor, and you could touch it up around his ears and stuff, but he is so cute. My granddaughter just loves him. And okay, so then I'm saving this one piece for last because it's absolutely beautiful. This is made in Japan, it says on the bottom. And it's a trio vase, solid white. It's got like a floral patterned base, but it's all glazed white. And it looks like it was it used? Oh, it's just dirt in there, I think. Anyway, sorry about the top of my head. I'm trying to get the light to look in the holes. There's a little piece of the very bottom, but it's glazed in. A little piece of the you can't see in there. Anyway, a little piece of the ceramic that's in the very bottom that's glazed in. But it is gorgeous. It's rib sides, no damage that I can feel anywhere. I'm looking for crazing, and I don't, well, maybe, yeah, there's a little bit of crazing around the bottom. I don't know if you can see that. It's hard to tell with my lighting here. Anyway, it's very minimal. If you want pictures, I can certainly get you pictures. There's a glazed over scuff mark in the thing, but it's fully smooth. It's a manufacturing defect. So that's that. Beautiful piece. Yeah, it's got a little in spots. It's rough looking, but it's manufacturing rough looking. It's not done exquisitely like some of the pieces you see from Japan. Now this piece here, it's got some sort of mark in the bottom. It doesn't really scratch off like something burnt it or something. But this is made in China, and it's a little baby planter, diaper planter. Very matte finish with the flowers, and it's gorgeous. And like I said, there's that brown. It's almost like I would say an ash burn or something from a cigarette. But if you put stuff in it in a planter, you'd never notice that. But there's no other damage on it anywhere. It's got no maker's mark on it. No, there's a little bit of dirt on it, but like I said, it just needs to be washed. I think the dirt just washes off. Yellow and blue flowers with a pink diaper, and it's got a little baby blue belt around the top. It's gorgeous. So that's that. Okay. Now this piece, how am I gonna do this? Okay, set that there. This piece here is vintage as well, and it is a serving dish, or you could use it for trinket trays. I'm trying to put it so the chrome, or I think it's chrome or silver, needs to be polished. But you see, it's like 3 dishes, little glass dishes, and here, let me get my paper, see if that helps. Not really. Okay, so there's oh, there you go. There's the design on the dishes, and they're not damaged in any way that I can tell. Let me just double check. That one's perfect. Put them up there for now. This one, no, perfect. No, this one's perfect. And then there's the chrome. Like I said, it does need a good polish. It does look a little, but depending, some people would take this and just prime it and paint it to whatever color they want. So it doesn't necessarily have to stay chrome. But you see, there's anyway, it's a vintage piece. I think it's like 1970s vibe. So I just put these dishes back in. And the where it's been welded, it's looks like a little off, a little uneven on all 3. So it wasn't, exquisitely done like some pieces, but it's still gorgeous. And if you put those to the back, you'd never know, because from the front it doesn't have any of those welds. They're only on the back. Okay, there we go. Now, next I have this little, what does it say on the bottom? It says Tonquin, Tonquin, Royal Stafford Dinnerware by Glory Glyph, made in England. It's either Glory Glyph. There's the mark on the bottom. Okay, and it's dusty. Let me see if I can get at least some of the dust off. It's really dusty. It does need a good washing, and it'll come up kind of a cream color with this, but this is what it looks like. It's a pink design. It looks like a cottage with a little brook and a bridge and a little waterfall and a couple of swans on it. The trees and flowers all around, and it might be transferware because I'm not seeing any specific little paint marks. And it's the same design on the other side. Isn't that gorgeous? And it's not very big. It's, you can compare it to my hand, which is approximately 7 inches tall. It's maybe 4.5 to 5 inches, if that. It's Pretty though, I like it. And then I've got two more things in this box, so I do thank you if you're still here and appreciate it. And I'm fairly new to YouTube, so if you enjoy the video, then definitely subscribe and turn on the notifications because I plan on doing these videos a little bit more often. I am an eBay reseller from a Canadian perspective, and so the things that I have to share may be a little bit different as far as most of the people I follow online, because here in Canada, though we're similar to the US, things can be a little bit different as far as how we do business. Now, most of my listings are on ebay.com, not ebay.ca, but they can still be seen from ebay.ca. So here we have salt and pepper shakers, more the size that I expected those other ones to be, but this is the back, and they're little jugs. On the front it says Sanctuary de Lourdes Regard OC. Not sure where that is, but they're souvenir jugs from the front. You can see the pattern on them. They have their stoppers on the bottom. There's no maker's mark. No, this stopper looks a little, might need to be replaced because the edges of it are a little weak. I'm sure if you pulled on them, they might tear because they're rubber stoppers, not plastic. So the salt one, this one must have been the salt because it's obviously been used more, because if you see the bottom, it's a little, there you go, see what I mean? That might need to be replaced. So but they are still usable, and they look like they might have, well, there is it's not crazing in the glaze because the glaze itself is not cracked, but it looks like it could be crazing under the glaze. And then this one looks like it might have a hairline crack, but there's no roughness to that. Oh, maybe a little bit. So there's just a hairline crack on that one on the front, and it's probably from age, and that's over the, and that's the salt. The salt is always the one that has the crazing and damage, and I'm sure the salt is what causes it. Anyway, so those are the salt and pepper shakers. Now this is my absolute favorite piece. It is Murano style glassware, crystal clear, made in Italy. It's what the sticker says. And it is, I've never seen a bowl like this, and I don't even know. Oh, look at the colors. You do see more color from the bottom. See, there's a smooth, flat pontil mark, and it just flows so well. And there's the inside. There's the sticker that I was talking about. Can you see it? I don't know if you can see it. Anyway, and then it's got like this wavy pattern in the glass, but it's got just a hint of color. So on the back you see this yellow really boldly, but you don't see it that boldly on the front. You do see it coming up here, and you can see it reflecting through. And then there's some green, mauve on the back. See, then they swirl into the colors on the front. And then when you look at the front, it's just a hint of it through the white. Anyway, it's absolutely gorgeous. I love this piece. And it is, there's my hand again, so it's probably 4 to 5 inches tall. Diameter wise, I would say 7.5 to 8 inches. And the oh, it's just beautiful. It's dusty. Most of this stuff is dusty, but it is beautiful. So that's the first box. I do appreciate if you stuck around with me through this box. And if you want anything, let me know, to send me an email. The information's in the comments below, or in the description below. And if you have any information about any of the pieces that I showed you, because I am learning, then be sure to let me know, because I do have to do some research on a lot of this stuff, and I will leave them unlisted for the next 5 days. And if you want them, then you have, let me see, today, what's today? Today is Friday, so maybe 5 days is too long, because I want to start listing on Tuesday. So let me know at some point over the weekend Even if it's beyond that, let me know, because it could be a chance that I haven't got it listed, or if it is on eBay, I can send you the link. But until the next time, have a great day. Bye.